then 564 means what? Take the first two numbers, that is 56. That means it is the 56th row and the fourth column. Here 56th row and the fourth column. 56th row, fourth column. So see where 56th row and fourth column is. So here 56th row and the fourth column is here. That is 7513. 7513. Then minus. Then here 24.16. You have to make this into a scientific notation. You have to bring this 1 into this side. That means 1 point. Then see the first two numbers is 24, then 1 and 6. So that means here 24th row, the first column and the sixth mean difference. The 24th row, first column, that is 3820, and the sixth mean difference. So sixth mean difference is here 11. So you have to add this 11 with this 3820. So when you add 3820 to 11, it becomes 3833, right? So it should be 3833. 1.3833 should be the answer for this log, right? Minus 1.3833. Then you can simplify this. 0.8633 plus 2.7513 minus 1.3833. When you simplify this entire one, you can get the answer as 2.2208. 2.2208. This is log x. Log x. Now remember, when logarithms is in this part of the equation, and when you move the logarithms towards this part of the equation to find the pure x, this log becomes what? The log inverse value. That means it will be the anti-log. Anti-log. So here is the logarithm. When you want to move these logarithms to this side to find x only, but this log will become anti-log. Right? Anti-log 2.2208. Okay. Right. Then the first part of the decimal part. So that is 2 point. So you have to write this as a power of 10. So it becomes what? 10 to the power 2. So the first part before the decimal should be written as a power. 10 to the power 2 into 0.2208 should be found from the log table. 0.2208 should be found from the log table. So where is 0.2208? 2208. Okay, so you get 2201 here, but not 2208. So first of all, we can write this one. So this is in the 16th row and the 6th column, right? So 2201 is there. So that is in the 16th row and the 6th column. But we need how many more? So we need 2208, right? Yeah, so we need 7 more. So that 7 should be found from the mean difference. So see, same with this same line, you have to see where 7 is there. There's no 7. So there's no 7 here. But you have to take the closest lower value, which is 5. You can't take 8 because like 8 is higher than 7. So don't take that. Take the closest lower value, which is 5. So 5 is in the second mean difference. Second mean difference. So you have to write like this and put the decimal mark in the scientific position. That is 1.662. Write that value here. 1.662. Then you can find x. What is it? It's 1.662 into 10 to the power 2. That means you have to move 2 decimals to the right. Here and here. So the answer should be 166.2 is the answer. So the answer is 166.2. Yes, there's a chat. So the screen is not clear. Yes, is it clear now? Yes, is it clear now? Reply me. Okay, let's go for the next question. So that is the answer for the second question of log. Yes, okay, right. So, but if you want, you can take this down, right? So I'll write a small note also for you to remember. So laws of logarithms, you can write this somewhere near. Okay, just write this note if you want, right? Laws of logarithms, because this is already taught in grade 10 under second term. So I'll just give a small note, right? So laws of logarithms, for example, if you have log a to the base, so you have the base a and b, then the answer will be c. That is, a to the power b will give you c. A to the power b will give you c. Okay, this is the first one. Then the second law, log a multiplied by b. When you multiply the log, that means you can convert this multiplication into addition. Log a plus log b, like this. That is the second law. Third law, log a divided by b. When you divide a and b from logarithms, that means you can make this as minus. So here what division marks means minus will come for logarithm. So log a, here you have division means minus log b, log b. So these are three basic laws of logarithms that you have already studied in grade 10. So if you want, you can write these three somewhere near, right? Somewhere here in the tube, you can write laws of logarithms. Right. So since time is going, you can just take a screenshot of this and write this later. Okay. So because I have discussed the other questions as well, right? So soon take a screenshot if you haven't written this, and we'll go for the next question, right? Okay, right. Then let's go for the third one. Right. The third question. What does it says? It says to simplify, right? Yes. Third one, first Roman number. Simplify and keep the answer with the positive indices. You have to keep it in positive indices. Remember, they say the word called positive indices, right? Okay. X3 into x minus 7 divided by x2 into 0. x3, x power 3 into x power minus 7 over x power 2 into x power 0. Right. So first of all, at once you can just write this, right? So here you can convert this top part. You can first simplify. What 3 minus 7. So here we have laws of indices. Laws of indices. Yes, that also I'll write here for a small recap. Laws of indices. Laws of indices. Right? So here the first law is when you have 2, right? X power 3, let's take x power a here, for example, x power a into x power, no, let's try to this, x power 2 into x power 3. So you have the same base. So the base here is x, but with different powers. And you multiply them means you can add both of these, 2 plus 3. X to the power 2 plus 3. That will be x power 5. The second law. So you have the same base. Now, for example, what thing? X power 3 divided by x power 2. X power 2. You have the same base, but you have different powers and you divide it means you can subtract these two powers. X to the power 3 minus 2. that is x power 1. So these are the laws of indices that you have learned. Understood? So same law you can apply here as well. So here you have the same base x and 3 and minus 7 here multiplication. That means you can add both of these. So here it should be what, x to the power 3 plus minus 7 over. Then the down part, you have the same base x and multiplication is there. So 2 plus 0, 2 plus 0. So it becomes x. 3 minus 7 is minus 4. And what you have x2 plus 0 is 2. You have what now here also you can convert it further. What is it? X minus 4. And here you have the division mark. This is division mark, right? Division mark means you can subtract. Subtract with this power, that is 2. So here it will be what? X to the power minus 6. But they say in the question, you have to convert this into a positive index. That means you have to write this as 1 over x power 6. Is the answer. 1 over x power 6. So why don't you move the camera a little more closer to the board? It's a little blurred. Yes, what about now? Yes. So I'm staying for the reply. What about now? That you can see the board properly? Okay, so I hope that you can see it properly. Just like if you have any problems, just like send it through chats, right? I'll see. Okay, so this is the answer for the third one's first Roman number. Okay, then the second part it says second Roman number. It says solve log a to the power 8. Sorry, log a8 plus log ax equals log a24. Okay, log a8 plus log ax equals log a24. Laws of logarithms. So two logarithms with plus means you can multiply these two, right? So, but under laws of logarithms, we have studied that. We have the logarithms. So same log a, log a, log a here. Then you can take log a out. Then here what 8 and plus means you can do it into multiplication. That is also correct. What 8 into x. 8 into this x equals log a 24. So here you have to add these logarithms means you can multiply this. That means now we have studied, right? Log a plus log b means log a into b. So here they have given log a plus log b model. Log a plus log b model. That means we can multiply this and write. We can multiply this a and b and write. So same way, here they have given this as addition model so that we can multiply both of this and write log a is the common one in brackets 8 times x equals log a 24. Then log a and log a cancels. Then this becomes 8x equals 24. Divide both sides by 8. You can find x equals 3. Answer is x equals 3. Right? X equals 3 is the answer. And if you have any questions, please send in the chats, right? So I'll see the chats and answer if you have any questions. Right, the fourth one. Let's go for the fourth question. So these 4 questions that we have done are from past paper questions, but especially from northern province, southern, southwestern, northwestern. So good questions if you can practice this on your own as well. Find the value log 1025 plus log 104 minus log minus 1. Log 1025 minus log 104 plus log 104 minus 1. Okay. Log 1024 plus log 10 4 minus 1. Now just see this one. This kind of a tricky part. Here you have log bases. That is correct. That is okay. You can apply laws of logarithms and do that. But what about this one? It is a bit owl, no? One, you don't have any log bases. Just they have given two log bases and just a number. Now can you simplify this one? Yes, you can. We have studied that also in grade 10. So I'll give that as a recap as well. When you write log as a base, now for example, think I write log as a base to A. So base is A. So the base and this answer here, log AA. Now if you have the same base and the same answer means the answer will be 1. Same base and the same answer means this should be 1. This is a law that we have studied. If you have the same base here and the same letter here as well. Now for example, log AA means 1. Then log 2 means 1. Then log 3 1. Why? Because you have the same base, same numbers. Same base, same numbers means the answer should be 1. So here the answer is 1. Here the answer is 1. That is correct. That means this is 1. They are given that. But we have to write this in terms of log bases. Now what can you see here? Here all the log bases are in log tens. Log tens. Then we can write this one also in terms of log 10. How is that? Log 10 is also equal to 1. Understood? Here what we have log AA means 1. That is correct. Log 2 means 1. Log 3 means 1. Then log 10 means also 1. Then we can write this one in terms of log 10 like this. Here we can write log 10 24 plus log 10 4 plus minus 1 can be written as log 10 log 10 now it's okay. Now we have all the bases as log 10. Now we can apply laws of logarithms. What is it? Here all the logarithms are being added and subtracted. When you add means you have to multiply. When you subtract means you have to divide. Log 10 is the common base. You can write the brackets here. Here is 24 plus means into 4. Here minus means divide by 10. So log 10 brackets. So 25, right? It should be 25, I think, not 24. Sorry, this should be 25. This is not 24, this is 25. My mistake. It should be 25. Right. Then 25 times 4 is 100 divided by 10. Then log 10 brackets 100 divided by 10 is 10. Again, log 10. Same base and the same numbers. Same base, same numbers means the answer is 1. So the final answer of this, when you simplify, is 1. Right. So first 4 questions are from logarithms, and we have finished the logarithms past paper questions. So these are from 4 past papers that we have done. So the crux here is you have to know laws of logarithms and the laws of indices. So these are some laws of logarithms, and I gave the laws of logarithms in the previous one, and laws of indices also. You have to know that. So can you re-explain the 4th one, please? Okay, I'll explain that. Okay, fine. 4th one, the question says, log 10 25 plus log 10 4 minus 1. That is a question, right? That's the question that they're given. Now we can't simplify this at once. Why? Because we have to make all these terms is log in log. Why is that? Because you have log here. So You have two numbers with log and one just a normal number. You can't simplify it. You can't, it's difficult to simplify. So to make this was simplifiable, you have to convert all this into one unit. That is what. So here it is in log 10. Here also it is in log 10, but here it is just number. So here the number is 1. 1, right? So we have learned that in grade 10, the same unit that we have learned, when you have a same base for a log. Now, for example, log A is a base. So same base and the same number here. Log AA means the answer will be 1. That is a rule in your book, in your grade 10 book. They have said that. Log same base and the same number means the answer will be 1. So here they have given us 1. This answer they have given. So that means you have to have a same base and same number. But in terms of log 10, because here you have log 10. Here log 10, here log 10. So you have to make this also in terms of log 10. Understood? Then you have to have log 10 here, log 10 here. Then how do you make the same base and the same number of log 10 here? You can take it as log 10, 10. Same value, the answer will be 1. Why? 10 to the power 1 is 10, right? Here 10 to the power 1 is 10. So therefore, I can write this as log 10, 10 is 1. Correct? Therefore, this 1 can be written as log 10, 10. This 1 can be written as log 10, 10. That is also 1. Now we have the common value. What is the common value? Here we have log 10. Here also we have log 10. Here also we have log 10. Then this common one is taken out. Log 10 is taken out. Then here when you add logarithms means you have to multiply these two. Here 25 into 4. And here you have to subtract these logarithms means you have to divide it by this value 10. So here you put these brackets. Here 25 into 4 is 100. And here minus means divided by 10. So therefore 100 divided by 10 means 10. Now here you have again log 10, 10. Log 10, 10. Same base, same number. Same base, same number means same base, same number. The answer should be 1. Understood? So can you explain the third question? Third first one. Okay. Third first one, I'll just explain on this because time is also going. I'll just explain it here, right? X power 3. So here you have these positive indices, right? So you have to keep the answer in a positive index, right? So here you have x power 3 into x power minus 1. Sorry, minus 7, right? So here x power 3 into x power minus 7. When you multiply the indices with the same base, so here the base is x. Here also the base is x. So but when you multiply with same bases, the indices, you can add these two powers, 3 and minus 7, you can add. So once when you add 3 and minus 7, you get minus 4. That is x power minus 4, right? Then you can write this division mark over the x power 2 into x power 0. Again, same base as x is there, same x base is there. Then you have two different powers and they are multiplied. That means here when you multiply two different powers with the same base, you can add both of these powers. 2 plus 0. So 2 plus 0 means 2. So we had in the top part, we had x power minus 4. X power minus 4 over the bottom part is x power 2. We add both x power 2 plus x power 0. That is x power 2. So here also, here it's minus 4 and here divided by 2. Why is it? You have the same base, x, the same base is there, but different powers and they're divided. So here when you divide means you have to subtract this minus 4 from this 2. So it's like minus 4 or minus 2. That should be x power minus 4 minus 2. That is minus 6. Minus 4 and but minus 4 and minus 2 is minus 6. So here we get the answer as x power minus 6. But the thing is, they ask us to write in positive indices. But here the index is negative. So to convert this negative index into a positive index, we can write it as 1 over x power 6. That is why the answer is coming. Right. So I hope that you understood that part. Okay, then let's go for the graphs questions. So the first 4 questions we have done. That is from logarithms. Then let's go for graphs. So graphs, let's start from a straight line graph. Find the gradient and intercept of a straight line given by 2y equals 3x minus 2. Okay, so they have given that expression 2y equals 3x minus 2. So this is just a graph. Which type of a graph? That is straight line graphs. 2y equals 3x minus 2. Understood? 2y equals 3x minus 2. Now we know the form of the straight line graph says y equals mx plus c. This is the form that we know. But this form is not there here. Here we have 2y. But here the form that we know is y equals mx plus c. So we have to convert this 2y into y. Why? Because the form that we know of straight line graph is y equals mx plus c, not 2y equals something. So to convert this 2y into y, we have to take off this 2 in this y. So how do we take off this 2? Divide this expression by 2. Right? You can divide with this expression by 2. This also should be divided by 2. Here also should be divided by 2. You have to divide all the expressions by 2. 2 cancels. Y equals 3 over 2x minus 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now it is in the y equals mx plus c form. Why? We have y here. This is y. See, this is the y form. Equals this 3 over 2 is the gradient m. This x here is there, x. And plus c, this 1 is the intercept here. So the intercept is what sign? The intercept is what sign here? It is minus. Y equals mx minus c. Almost same, but mx plus c or mx minus c, both are correct. That is no problem. When you change the sign is not a problem. But what is important here is you have to have this pure y, not 2y. That is the most important thing. You can't have 2y or 3y or whatever it is. You have to have the pure y. So to have the pure y here, you have to take off this 2 here. That is by dividing all the expressions by 2. Then you get the answer as y equals mx plus c form. That is y equals mx minus c according to this. Then they have asked what is the gradient and what is the intercept. So here is the gradient. Gradient is m. So the gradient here is 3 over 2. And the intercept is c. So here the c is what 1? This is minus 1. So this is the intercept. Minus 1 is the intercept. 3 over 2x. Here this minus 1 is the intercept here. Minus 1. This should be circled. Right? So this minus 1 should be the intercept. So this is the answer. Right? So here the first point is you have to take off pure y. Y equals 3 over 2x minus 1. This is the gradient. That is straight line graphs. Yes, like if you have any questions, you can ask in the chats. No problem. I will answer it. Then question number 6. Now from question number 6 onwards, we have grade 10 type of graphs. That is curved graphs. Now we just saw what a straight line graph is. We just I just simplified this and found the answer. But actually straight line graphs also is a very long lesson. So the thing is, if I start to explain straight line graphs here, but it will at least take 1.5 hours to finish only straight line graphs. So I won't explain that because that is very, very long. You have a lot of concepts to but understand it. And curve graphs also. But if I start to explain the theory, means you will take the entire day to finish the curve graphs. So the thing is now, but since this is just past of a question session, I will just do the way how to find the answers and the method I will say. But the theories shortly, just I'll say the theories, because if I start to say the theory, then it will take the entire day to finish it, right? So but if you have any problems in theories, means then you have to see the theory in your textbook and only come. So here the thing is, I will just explain the method how to get the answers and then what short methods here, right? So are these past paper questions? It is which? Yes, this is past papers. Yes, this is past papers. This is, I'll give you the papers as well. This is Southern province, I think. I think it's Southern province. I'll confirm and say this part is Southern. This Southern province. I'll just give you the but question numbers and all after the class, right? So all of these are like but past paper questions from provincial papers. So mainly from Southern province, Northwestern, and North Central, those kind of province papers. Right. So let's start this curve graphs concepts. So curve graphs. So curve graphs also is a huge lesson. I'll just give you a small recap in that as well. A small one, right? Because I can't give a big one. It's a big lesson. So I'll give a small touch of that. Curve graphs. So curve graphs you have studied in grade 10. So you have two major formulas. One is y equal ax squared and y equals ax squared plus b. Ax squared plus b. So these are the two main types of curve graphs that you have studied under grade 10. In grade 11, you have three more, right? Three more. So that part I'll come in the grade 11 part when I'm like doing that part. But for this grade 10 ones, we have only two equations. One is y equals ax squared and y equals ax squared plus. Okay. Right. So now see the sixth question here. Sixth question here they have said as a table consisting of several values of x and the corresponding y values of the function y equals minus x squared plus k. When we write this equation, there is a very important thing that you have to understand. In all of these curve graph equations, the sign is very important. The sign is very important. The sign. So what are the two signs that we have? Plus and minus. Plus and minus, right? Now in curve graphs, if the sign is positive means that means it is a minimum graph. Minimum graph. Minimum. So what is minimum graph? Minimum graph means the minimum point should be like this. The point should be down. The peak of the point should be down. Minimum. That is minimum graph. And here if the sign is minus means that means it is a maximum graph. Maximum graph. Maximum graph means here here the peak point should be in the up position like this. These called maximum graphs. These maximum graphs and minimum graphs. Just one easy method is when you see the sign as positive, that means it is going to be a minimum graph. Here, what if you see the sign as minus means here it's going to be a maximum graph. So where does this sign come? These signs come in front of ax squared part. In front of the ax squared part. Now, for example, you have two equations we studied. One is y equals ax squared and y equals ax squared plus b. Now, if I take as y equals ax squared and y equals minus ax squared. Now, see here the sign in front of ax squared is plus. So, plus means this should be a minimum graph. This should be a minimum graph. But in the second one, see y equals minus ax squared. So, here minus ax squared means here the term in front of minus ax squared is minus. That means here it should be a maximum graph. That is a part. Same way for y equals ax squared plus b as well. Ax squared plus b and y equals minus ax squared plus b. Same thing. Here, what in front of ax squared, always see in front of ax squared, the sign is plus. So, what in front of ax squared, the sign is plus means it is a minimum graph. That means like this. Here, it's y equals minus ax squared plus b. So, what in front of ax squared, it is minus. That means it is going to be a maximum graph like this. Now, but according to that formula, just say me, just you can just guess the graph. Here minus x squared plus k. So here what x squared means ax squared. So here the sign is minus. That means it should be a what graph? So here it should be a minus means it should be a maximum graph, right? So the graph should be like this. It should come like this. So but we can just guess the graph. That is the graph should be like this. Okay, right. Let's see that. Let's see that when we do the questions. Okay. Table consisting of several x values that is done and corresponding y values in the function minus x squared plus k is given below, right? So here we have the table. Here is x minus, so we have x and y. So x minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Then y. So how do you find y here? we apply this equation and we find the y value. So they have given the y value is also here minus 5, 0, 3, 4, 3, 0, minus 5. Right. Yeah, there's a question here. Sir, minus means minimum graph. No, 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 no. Here minus means maximum graph. That is a rule. So now what you think is, sir, here minus means it should be decreasing. Therefore, it's minimum. No, that's wrong. Because in graphs, it is totally opposite. It's totally opposite. That is a very important rule. But like most children think here plus means it's increasing, therefore it should be maximum. That is wrong. That is a very wrong concept. Because in graphs, it's always the other side. It's the opposite. Here plus means it's minimum, not maximum. Here minus means it's maximum, not minimum. That is always the opposite. In graphs, that is the rule. That is a rule, right? That is a rule that you can't just like by seeing this, you can't say plus means it's increasing, therefore it should be maximum, and here minus means it is decreasing. No, minus means it always decreases down. That means therefore it's minimum. No, it's wrong. Right. Using a scale of 10 small divisions as 1 unit along both x-axis and y-axis, draw the graph of the above function. Right. So you have to use 10 small divisions as 1 unit. So what is 10 small divisions as 1 unit? Let's see. This is called 1 unit. So here you can see one box, small box. So here you can see small boxes. You have 5 small boxes here. So they say to use what like 10 small boxes is 1 unit. That means here there's one small box, here second one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th. So you can use this one as 1 unit. From here to here is 1. Then here is 1 means here 2. Then again here it should be 3. Here it should be 4. Here it should be 5. Like that you have to use it. That's what they say as what 10 small division as 1. Okay. Okay, so you have to use what 10 small divisions as 1 unit in both x-axis and y-axis. Draw the graph of the above function. Right. So to draw the graph of the above function, I'll draw the first graph only, and then I'll use that to answer the questions. Right. So they have given the values here: -3, -2. So we can take x and y axis like this. This is y, this is x. So but you have to draw this in the graph paper. You can't draw this on the tute, or you can't draw this on the kind of a book or something. You have to draw this on the graph paper, because you have to take what like 10 small divisions as 1 unit and draw it, right? So here it's -1, -2, -3, and I'll put extra one, -4. So the gap should be between this one, it should be 10 small division. That means 10 small square should be the gap between these two. The same thing should be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the gap between these should be 10 squares. Make sure to write the gap. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Here also -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. Right. So we have to plot the points here: -3, -5. So -3, -5 is somewhere here, right? Then -2, 0. -2, 0 is somewhere here. Then -1, 3. -1, 3 is here. 0, 4. 0, 4 is here. 1, 3. 1, 3. It is here. 2, 0. 2, x is 2, y is 0 here. Then 3 minus 5. 3 and minus 5. Minus 5 is here. Then now we drew the points here. Now we have to join this. And make sure when joining, you have to join. It's not a nice curve. It's very ugly. But you have to draw smooth curves, because I have seen in marking schemes for smooth curves, they give 1 mark. So, but if you draw curves which is not smooth, where you draw curves something like this, that means you will get cut 1 marks for that. So make sure to draw the graphs very clearly, because they give mark for the graphs as well. Right? So the graph should be something like this, kind of ugly, not nice, but you have to draw it very nice, right? So, and the main thing here, when you draw graphs, don't use rulers to join the points. That is very, very wrong. That most of the children, they do when they want to join these two, they use a ruler and draw. Wrong, because the examiners, they check this using rulers, whether you have drawn with using rulers or not. And if you have drawn with using rulers, means they will cut -1. So don't use rulers when drawing curve graphs. For straight line graphs, you can use rulers, no problem. But for curve graphs, don't ever use rulers. You have to draw freehand. So some children will say, so how can we draw like perfect curve graphs? It's very difficult. Yes, it's very difficult. But the only thing that you can do is you have to practice drawing graphs. That is the only method that you can do to Excel, right? Is like you have to at least practice 4-5 graphs, curve graphs, to draw at once. So these things you can take something like a like carbon paper or something, and practice curves, practice like perfect curves. You have to practice it. So like when you practice 2, 3, 4, 5 times, then it automatically comes, right? But don't use rulers. That is a very wrong method. Can draw also not hard is in the graph. Yes, it's can draw. Yeah, it's like some students, they can draw curve graphs very nicely, but some students I have seen, they draw it a bit slanted. Don't make the small slants, because they see for smooth curves and they give marks for that as well. I've seen that. Right? Okay. So this should be the graph. This is not a nice graph because my marker is put a cowl here. This should be very smooth, right? This should be very smooth, and it should be like this. So here, this is what type of a graph? It is a maximum or a minimum graph. This point comes up. That means it's a maximum graph. Okay, so to be precise, I will just say you the exact type of graph. How do you draw it? Right? So the exact type of graph is something like this. The equation is y equals minus, let's say minus x squared plus k. Let's put something like +1 something. Now, you see, so this should be the type of graph. So the smoothness of the graph should be exactly like this. It should be very, very smooth. Yes, I know sometimes it might be very difficult to draw graphs, because like when it's like with the exam panic and all those things, when you start like panicking for these exams, then sometimes this might be slanted and all those. But don't use but straight line but rulers. You have to draw it pit perfectly like this. That is a very difficult thing. Yes, I know that, but you have to practice it. Right. So that is the graph that we drew. Okay. So B, using the graph you drawn, write the equation of the axis of symmetry. So this is the equation. Sorry, but this is the graph that we drew. So the equation of axis of symmetry means, what is the axis of symmetry where this graph exactly divides into two? What is it? This is the axis, right? This is the axis. So this is the symmetrical line where the graph will divide exactly into two. Where the graph divides exactly into two. So what is this line? This line is what? This line is called x equals 0 line. This x equals 0. X equals 0 line is this exact symmetrical axis where the graph divides exactly into two pieces. That is the second one's A part. The axis of symmetry is x equals 0. Okay. Then B, it says, write the coordinates of the turning point. So where does the turning point of this graph is? Where does the graph takes a big turn and come reverse? This is the turning point. So here the turning point is a maximum point or a minimum point. It is a maximum point, right? This is the turning point. So here the coordinates is what? 0 is x and 5 is in y. So sorry, 4 is in y, right? Yeah. So the coordinates of the turning point is 0, comma 4. So here the x-axis is 0 and in the y-axis it's 4. So the coordinates of turning point is 0, comma 4. Third one, write down the range of the values of x for which the function is increasing positively. So function means what? What is called function? Function. So normally this word function means y. Function means y, right? So here the y, they say the function is increased positively. Now here, now this region, now when you start from here, you are increasing. You are increasing along the graph. But where is it? Is it in the negative region or in the positive region? It's in the negative region. So therefore, this region in black is called what? Increasing negatively. From here to here, this region is called increasing negative. But then from here to here, here to here, here to here, it should be what? Increasing positively. Increasing positively. Positively. Then here to here, but it's decreasing, but in the positive region. So, but it's decreasing positively. Then from here to here, this region, this part, this is, it's decreasing negatively. So those four regions you have to identify. So here, this region, this part is increasing negatively. Negatively. This part is increasing but positively. This part here is decreasing but positively. This part here is decreasing but negatively. These regions also, you have to know the regions very well. See the regions whether it's increasing or decreasing and whether it's positive or negative. Right? So in this question, they say the function is increasing positively. So increasing positively means which one? This region is what they ask. You are right. The value of x. So where does the value of x starts? Here. So here the x value is -2. X value is -2, right? X value is -2. So what is -2? When it comes here, when it goes along this, the -2 value comes here, right? So here is a point. It comes like this, and here is x value. So here is the final x value. What is the final x value here? 0. So the x value should be what? Greater than -2. Greater than -2, and it should be less than 0. This x value should be greater than -2. So greater than -2 means in this way, and it should be less than 0 this way. Greater than -2 and less than 0. This is should be the inequality for C part. So here x should be greater than -2 and it should be less than 0. You have write it like this, right? Write down the range of the values of x, they say. Right. Then part 4. By finding the value of k, find the roots of the equation -x² plus k equals 0. Yeah, so what is k here? So k here is the value, which is a turning point. So what is k here? Here it is the maximum value, right? So here what is the maximum value? The maximum value here is 4. Therefore, k equals 4. Right? Here they say it as y equals -x² plus k. Here this k means the maximum value. K means the maximum value. So here what is the maximum value here? 4. So therefore the maximum value is 4. K equals 4. Right? So that is the one. So they say find the roots. So roots means what? Roots means, now see, they give it as -x² plus k equals 0. They have given that. So this is E part. what minus x squared plus k equals 0. They have given this, right? Minus x squared plus k equals 0. They have given. Now in the equation, see, in the first equation, they have given this as what? Y equals minus x squared plus k. They have given it as what? Y equals minus x squared plus k. Minus x squared plus k means y. Now see, here both you have minus x squared plus k, here also minus x squared plus k. But the only difference is here you have 0, here you have 1. Now what happens? Here you got minus x squared plus k equals 0, and here minus x squared plus k equals y. Here the left side terms are equal, means what about the right side terms? They are also equal. Therefore, y should be equal to 0. Now where is y equals 0? Here is y equals 0, this line. Y equals 0 means this line. Now see, in y equals 0, what are the two x values? Here it's minus 2, here it's plus 2. So the roots means the values of the x values when y equals 0. So, but when y equals 0, the x values are called as roots. Okay, so thereby the roots are one is x equals minus 2, then the next one is x equals plus 2. So these two are the roots of the equations. So graphing, once again, very important lesson, right? If you are very bad at theory, means you have to first learn the theory, because it is it's like without learning the theory means it's very difficult to do graphs, right? So I'll try to do a theory for graph as well in future, like a seminar or something. Then by that we can do more theory. So for theory of graphs, you need that, because especially for graphs means graph is one. It's like one of the most important lessons. If you don't know the theory, you can't do questions. That is simply like that. Graph is like that. Graph means you have to do the theory first. And many but students find difficult to do graphs. I've seen that. It's like especially curve graphs. Okay, so the best thing is you have to be very fluent with theory. Zainab, logarithms also, please. Yeah. Okay, logarithms also. I'll be doing that. I'll see the logarithms also. Okay, I'll find. Right. So that is the graph question. So I just need only one graph question. Since we have very limited amount of time, I will do one more graph question, because we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, to do all three means it will take a lot of time. So I'll do the seventh question only, and I'll give the question number 8 as homework, right? Okay, so question number 7. See this says an incomplete table of values which is used to draw the graph of the function y equals 2x squared minus 9. See here 2x squared means 2x squared minus 9. Now see what is the sign in front of this 2x squared? It is minus. Sorry, it is plus. Right? So here 2x squared is plus 2x squared, right? Yeah. So here 2x squared plus 2x squared means the sign is plus, means the graph should be a maximum one or a minimum one. It should be a minimum one, not a maximum one, right? So just you can just guess the graph. Then the graph which you just guess it should be something like what? So here the sign is plus and it should be a minimum graph. That means it should be like this. Now see, when we plot the graph will come like this. You can just guess the graph and write. Okay. Function y equals 2x square minus 9 is given below, right? So they have given the tables x, y. So x here minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And y also they have given some values, and some values they haven't given. They haven't given the values means what? They are saying you to write this equation and substitute the values for x and find y. Right? That's why they have given these two spaces here. These two spaces for y are given. Why? Because they are saying you to write this equation y equals 2x squared minus 9 and substitute these x values for y equals 2x squared minus 9 equation, get the y value. Understood? Right. So first Roman number. fill in the blanks in the table. Yes. Yes. The moment when they say to fill in the blanks, if they say means you have to write this equation. Right. Let's write on the board and see how is it. So this question number 7. Question number 7. Y equals 2x squared minus 9. Right. So here the two blanks that they are given here is when x is minus 2 and when x is 0. Right. So for separately we have to write it. When x is minus 2 and when x equals, next one is 0. When x equals 0. So separately we have to write these two and write the two equations for separate. 2x squared minus 9, y equals 2x squared minus 9 here also. Right? Okay. Then substitute this x value. Here what x is minus 2. Then y equals 2 into x is minus 2 minus 2 squared minus 9. Find this 2 into, then what minus 2 squared is plus 4. 2 into 4 minus 9. So 2 into 4 is 8. 8 minus 9 means minus 1. So first y value is minus 1. So when x equals minus 2, the y value should be 1. So minus 1. So when x is minus 2, the y value should be minus 1. This is the value for this. Then for the next one, when x equals 0, write the same equation, substitute it. Y equals 2x squared. So here x is 0. 0 squared minus 9. So 2 times 0 squared means 0. 0 minus 9 means answer is minus 9. Y is minus 9. When x is 0, y is minus 9. When x is 0, y is minus 9. Minus 9, right? Okay. So these are the two values for the answer of the fill in the blanks questions of this, right? Right. That is the Roman number 1 part. Then second Roman number. Using a suitable scale, draw the graph of the function. Now they say the word using a suitable scale. So using a suitable scale means you can either use 5 small divisions as 1 unit or 10 small divisions as 1 unit. So see the range here. Now here in x you have from minus 3 to plus 3. So it's a small range, right? Minus 3 to plus 3 means it's not a big range. So therefore you can take like 10 square, like 10 small divisions as 1 unit for x. So what 10 small divisions as 1 unit for x you can take. Right? 10 small division as 1 for x is for x, right? Then for y, see, so the values for y is from 9 to minus 7, like, sorry, from 9 to minus 9. So here the maximum value is 9 and the minimum value of y is minus 9. So that is a big range. So from 9 to minus 9 means you have a range of 18. That is a big range from 9 to minus 9. Here just 3 to minus 3. That is not that a big range. But here 9 to minus 9 is a big range. So therefore, it's better to take 5 small divisions as 1 unit for the y-axis. It's better. Why? Because the range of the y is greater. Understood? So it's better to take 5 small divisions as 1 unit for y. So summary, you can just take what 10 small divisions as 1 unit for x and 5 small divisions as 1 unit for y. So using this scale, you can plot the graph as we plotted earlier. Now for this question also, if I start to plot the graph, it will take a lot of time, right? So for ease, I will write this equation and say how the graph should look, right? So the plotting part, you can do it at home. and you can see how the graph comes, but I'll show you how the graph after you plot will look. Right? So here the equation is y equals 2x minus 9, so but 2x squared minus 9. So you have to plot the graphs using this table as coordinates, and you have to plot it. Right? So let's see how will it come. The graph shape should be like this: 2x squared minus 9, 2x squared minus 9. So the final diagram of the graph should be something like this. You should get the graph like this after you plot. And after you plot, the graph should be something like this. This is a graph. So here you can see the graph is a minimum value. The graph is a minimum value. Understood? Right. Now let's answer the questions. Right. Using the graph. So you have to use the graph after you draw this. So while you can draw this at home and you can see the graph like this. So they say like after drawing this graph only you have to answer these questions. Find the minimum value of the function. So what is the minimum value of the function? So here is the minimum value. The minimum value here is, what is it? It's minus 9. See, here it's minus 8. Here it should be minus 9. Then. Here minus 6. Here minus 7. Here minus 8. Here it's minus 9. Right? Minus 9 should be the minimum value. Right. Next part. Write the equation of the axis of symmetry. Again. So here the axis of symmetry means where does the graph exactly divides into two halves. This is the graph, right? This is the part where the graph divides exactly into two. This axis. So here what is this axis called as? This x equals what? 0. So therefore the axis of symmetry is x equals 0. That is the axis of symmetry. Then we have the next question. Write the range of the values of x where the function decreases positively. Where the function decreases. Now I said what function is. Function means what? Y. Function means y. So where the y axis decreases positively. Now let's see where y axis is. So let's now identify the regions. Okay. So here, from here to here, this region, y starts from here, then it decreases, right? So here y decreases, but where is it? Positive. So here the yellow color region is y decreases, but positive. But this one, from here to here, this region, same y, the y decreases, but in the negative region. In the negative region. So this pink region is y decreases, but negatively. Then this region, red color one, I'm drawing. This region, the y increases here. So the y comes here, right? So what the y comes here, it already goes down and it increases like this. So the y increases. How? The y increases in a positive direction. This one is positive direction. Y increases in a positively. This one. Then finally, this region is called y increases in positive. So this should be, but y increase negative. Sorry, this should be y increasing. The function should increase, but in negative region. Sorry, this red one is y increasing negative. It's my mistake. The y increasing but negatively. Then from this black region means y is increasing in a positive direction. Right. So using that rule, we'll see the answer. It says find the minimum value of the function. That is okay. Write the equation x, that is done. Write the range of values of x where the function decreases positive. Right. function decreases positively. So where does function decrease? So can you please say me the answer for third and fourth of this graph? Third and fourth. Okay, I'll answer that later. Wait, give me 1 minute. Right? So decreases positively means this is decreasing positively. So therefore this region is while decreasing positively. Right? This region. This but yellow color one. So it starts from -2 and it ends from 0. So it starts from -2 and it ends from 0 means it should be between -2 and 0, right? It should be between -2 and 0. Then you can write the function like this. So seventh one, fifth part. Seventh one, fifth part, you can write it like this. So it starts from -2 and it ends from 0. So the x value should be in between -2. It should be greater than -2 and it should be less than 0. So this is the function of y where it decreases positively. Understood? So this is the answer for the fifth part of the seventh question. This part, this one, right? Right. Okay. And there was a question asked third and fourth of the graph. They said. Let's see. Third and fourth question of this graph. Third question of this graph. Okay. All right. So the answer for the third question. Okay. So the answer for the third question here. So Roman number 3 of the same graph. The answer for the Roman number 3. Minimum value of the function we found it, right? It is what? -8, I think. Sorry, -9. Yeah. So the minimum value is -9. Then the fourth part is they say write the equation of the axis of symmetry. So the axis of symmetry means this x equals 0. So the equation of axis of symmetry is x equals 0. So here's the answer for the third and the fourth part of the question. This is the question. X equals 0. Yes. Right. So that is graphs questions, and we have done 2 graphs questions. I can do one more. The thing is, I have rates and progressions also to finish. So I'll give this question as a homework, right? So I have done question number 6 and 7, right? So 5, 6, and 7 are done, right? So you can do question number 8 as homework, right? So next time, if I have time, I'll discuss this. Question number 8, just mark this as homework. Same way, you have to find the values and the answers for this. So that is graphs. Graphs, as I said, but graphs can't be taught in one day. That is very difficult because graph is a very, very huge lesson. So the best part, since you like most of you are requesting for a seminar also, I will try to do a seminar on graphs in future days, right? So I'll plan a proper day and then I'll do a graph session for at least, I don't think within 2 hours you can finish. For graphs, I think at least you need for grade 10 graphs only at least 3 or 4 hours you need to do the graphs theory. So I'll do that. I'll plan that and do that, right? So I'll do that. Okay. Then we have from question number 9 onwards. So question number 9 onwards, you get the questions from rates. So grade 10 rates, right? So rate is also a question normally they might ask. I mean, I have not seen much rates questions in exam past papers. Especially they give rate questions in part 1. Part 2, it's very rare that they give rates questions as PO questions. But in the first term, second term, most probably grade 10, they might give rates. But after that, they won't give rates questions as part 2. Right? Okay, no problem. Let's do this. Right. Ninth one's first Roman number. The uniform speed of 2 motorcycles is 60 kilometers per hour and 18 meters per second respectively. Okay. Which motorcycle completed the distance of 60 kilometers in minimum time? Explain your answer. Right. In rate, we know an equation that you have studied in maths. In science also, you have studied the same thing, but in a different way. What is it? Question number 9. We know the rate equation. Rate equals, sorry, you have studied this, no? Speed equals distance over time. Speed equals distance over time. So speed equals distance over time. You are studying in maths, but in science you have learned this a bit different. This becomes velocity, right? So the difference between speed and velocity, you have learned that also in science. Speed is a scalar, while what velocity is a vector, right? Distance is a scalar, while what displacement is a vector, right? So here we use only scalar quantities to do in the graphs, but in science sometimes you have directions to prove which side of the graph you have to draw. Okay, so let's focus on this. Yeah, they say uniform speed of two motorcycles 60 kilometers per hour, 18 meters per second. Okay, so they have given the speeds. They have given the speeds. Then they have given the total distance as well, right? Which motorcycle completed the distance of 60 kilometers? Yeah. They have given the distance as well. They ask the time. Right? So they have given two speeds, right? One is 60 kilometers per hour and one is 18 meters per second. Now we have to see the separate times for 60 kilometers per hour and for 18 meters per second. So I'll write this one for 60 kilometer per hour. This is for the time for 60 kilometer hour. This one time for the 18 meters per second vehicle. So this is the time for 60 kilometers per hour vehicle. This one is the time for the 18 meters per second vehicle. So here what you should do here is, speed equals distance over time. So how do you subject t here? When you subject t here, it becomes what? Distance over speed. So here the time equals distance over speed. So here the distance is, they get 60 kilometers over. The speed here is 60 kilometers per hour. Then 60 cancels, a kilometer cancels, per hour when you come here, it becomes 1 hour. So therefore the time taken for the 60 kilometer vehicle is 1 hour. Whereas the time taken for the 18 meters per second vehicle, distance over speed. So here the distance, the same distance, 60 kilometers, but remember, very, very famous mistake. They have given 18 meters per second. Many students, they at once cancelled both of these and write the answer, which is wrong. Why? 60 is in there in kilometers, but 18 is there in meters. We have to convert this kilometers into meters first, and then we have to write. 60 kilometers means 60,000 meters over 18 meters per second. Now you can cancel. Make sure to convert this. Many students, they don't convert. They at once cancel and get the answers wrong. That is wrong. You have to convert this. If there is in 2 units means you have to make this in 1 unit and then cancel. If not, it's wrong. Right? We'll divide 6,000 by 18 meters per second. That is 3,333.3 seconds. And so what this answer is in seconds. Why? Here it's meters per second. So the answer should be in seconds. 3,333.3 seconds. So you have to convert this into how much? Into hours, right? Because here you have hours. So here you can convert the seconds into hours. So how do you convert seconds into hours? You have to divide by 3,600. So 3,600 seconds means 1 hour, right? So here 3,600 seconds means 1 hour, right? Because like 1 hour means 60 into 60, 60 minutes, 60 seconds into 60 minutes, which is 3,600 seconds. So to convert these seconds into hours means you have to divide by 3,600, then you get the answer in hours. So the answer for the hours is approximately something like this. It's roughly 0.93 hours. Now here it's 1 hour, here it's 0.93 hours. So which takes a shorter time? This vehicle or this vehicle? Yes, this vehicle takes a short time. Why? Because it completes it quickly. Here it takes 1 hour, but here it takes just 0.93 hours. So the quicker vehicle is this 18 meters per second vehicle. Right. So that is the answer for the first Roman number. The which motorcycle completed the distance of 60 kilometers in a minute time? Explain your answer. Which one? This 18 meters per second cycle, it completed it very quickly. Why? Because of the high speed of it than 60 kilometers per hour. Yes, but after you write this one, you have to write this part, right? First of all, you have to write this working, and after that only you have to write the cycle which is the most fastest out of these two is this 18 meters per second. Right, that is the first part. Then the Roman number 2. The capacity of a water tank which is on the roof of a certain clinic is 1,500 liters. When it filled completely, after opening the tap in the bottom of the tank, the water is distributed within 1.5 minutes and at the rate of 12 liters per second. After that, the remaining water is distributed at the rate of 7 liters per second. Find the time to empty the tank completely in minutes. Right, the capacity of water tank on a roof is 1,500 liters. When it fills completely, after opening tap, the water distributed within 1.5 minutes at the rate of 12 liters per second. Okay. After that, remaining water is distributed at the rate of 7 liters per second. Find the time taken to empty the tank completely in minutes. Right. So I'll do this. You can write stop Savannah. Please don't annotate on this. It's difficult for me. Okay. Right. So here you can do it in two methods. One method you can write statements and do this, but it will be very long. So like I prefer it to be in a very short method. So I use the algebraic method, right? So I'll just explain what is said here and then I will do this on both, right? So here what they have said is the capacity of a water tank is 1,500 liters. So the capacity of the water tank is 1,500 liters. 1,500, right? It's not clear, but no problem. Just try to understand. It's 1,500 liters. And they say when it fills completely after opening the tap, the bottom of the tank, the water is distributed within 1.5 minutes. So it's like after you complete the entire water filled here, the water is distributed by a tap down, right, at the rate of about 12 liters per second for 1.5 minutes. For 1.5 minutes. Now you have to think. Now what are they asking here? Now they have given a rate value and some time value. See the relation between rate and time. What have you learned? Now see the board like this. You have learned in rates something like this. Rate equals the volume over time. This is the equation for rate, for volumetric rates, right? Volumetric rates, volume over time. They have given the rate, they have given the time. Then what can you find? The volume, right? Here in the first part, see, they have given the time, They have given the rate. So from these two itself, you can find the volume which was displaced. And then they say what? After that, the remaining water is distributed at the rate of 7 liters per second. Here also they have given the rate. And find the time taken to empty the tank completely in minutes. Then we have to build an expression like this. See, the total capacity of the tank is 1500 liters. Okay, the total capacity of the tank is 1500 liters. Then at first, what happened? This is the volume, right? So here is the volume. So here to find the volume means you have to multiply rate into time. Rate times time. Rate into time will give you volume. So this thing should come here. Rate into time. So they are given the rate. Rate here is 12 liters per second. 12 liters per second. Liters per second into the time taken. So here the time taken is 1.5 minutes. Now you can't write the answer like 1.5 minutes wrong. Why? Here the unit is in seconds, but they have given in minutes. Then you have to first convert this 1.5 minutes into seconds. So here 1 minute is 60 seconds, half minute means 30 seconds. Then 60 plus 30 is 90 seconds. So I hope that you understood it. Here 1 minute means 60 seconds, half minutes means 30 seconds, 60 plus 30 is 90 seconds. Therefore, the time taken is 90 seconds for the first part plus 90 seconds. This should be seconds. 90 seconds plus they say the remaining one. The remaining water is distributed at the rate of 7 liters per second. The rate is 7 liters per second. Liters per second into the time. What is the time? We don't know the time. Find the time taken. We don't know. Then put T for that. We don't know. Now you have to simplify this expression. Here it's 1500. Here it is 1500 liters equals here 12 into 90. That is 12 times 90 is let's see how is it 1080. 1080 plus 7 into time 70. Then move this 1080 this side. This becomes 1500 minus 1080 equals 70. So 1500 minus 1080 is 420, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 420 equals 70. Divide both sides by 7. T will be 60 seconds. 60 seconds. So here the time here is 60 seconds. Here this time is 60 seconds. But is this the answer? If you write this as the answer and finish it off, you will get only half marks. Why is that? Because they are asking, read the question. Find the time taken to empty the tank completely. How much? In minutes. In completely means you have to write this time and this time. Both of this, the addition should be the complete time. So what that is 90 seconds plus 60 seconds. That is 150 seconds. But still they ask you to convert the seconds into minutes and write it. So how do you convert 6 seconds into minutes? Divide by 60. Divide by 60 seconds because 60 seconds is 1 minute. Then seconds cancels, it becomes minutes. So 15 divided by 6 minutes. That means 2 5. So 5 over 2 minutes, which is 2.5 minutes. So the total time which is taken to complete the entire water is 2.5 minutes. This is the answer that they are asking for. Yeah, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Yes, exactly. 2 minutes and 30 seconds or 2.5 minutes. Both are correct. 2.5 minutes or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So here, make sure to write this conversion here, seconds into minutes. This is very important, right? And make sure when you're converting this also, please convert it properly, because here they are given in seconds. Here also you have to convert this into seconds. T, right? So you get the answer here, T 60 seconds. So here they say the total time, not only T, they ask for the total time. So but you have to add this time and this time both, that is 60 plus 90, which is 150 seconds. But still they ask you to write the answer in minutes. So what you have to convert these seconds into minutes. So that is by dividing by 60, you get the answer as 2.5 minutes or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That is also correct. 2.5 minutes means 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Right. That is the answer for this part. Then let's go for Roman number 3. Right. The circumference of a bicycle tire. The circumference of a bicycle tire is 250 centimeters. The above tie is fixed to a machine for speed test. The number of complete rounds. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the time, number of rounds that was there given. Using the above information, draw distance time graph. Right. What they say here is circumference of a bicycle tire is 250 centimeters. Now think, circumference of a bicycle tire. Now, but this is the tire, right? So the circumference means this entire length is 250 centimeters. 250 centimeters. 250 centimeters is the circumference. Then now think, now what, when we consider a point here, this point of the tire. Now when it turn one entire round, this what is circumference? That is 250 centimeters. Yes, then when this point goes 2 rounds means, so what is total distance of this point? So one round is 250 centimeters into 2, that is 250 into 2, that is 500 centimeters. It has got like that. Understood? So here, now when this point, I'll name this point as A. Now, when this point, when it goes one round, the circumference is 250 centimeters. Understood? Then when this goes 2 rounds means 1, 2. So it goes 2 times. That means 250 into 2. That is 500 centimeters. 3 rounds. What happens? 3 rounds means 250, 500, 750. 750 centimeters. Like that, you have to write. Understood? Now they have given the graph here. So number of rounds, 2. So 2 rounds means 2 rounds. 2 rounds, he has gone in 1 minute. 1 second, no? So the time in seconds, I think. Yeah, so time in seconds. So 1 second. In 1 second, he went 2 rounds. Then the next one, he has gone 4 rounds in 2 seconds. Then 6 rounds in 3 seconds. Then he has gone about 8 rounds in 4 seconds. Now these rounds should be converted into the centimeters. 2 rounds means how many centimeters? 250 into 2, that is 500 centimeters. 4 rounds means 4 into 250, that is 1000 centimeters. Here about 6 meters, but 6 rounds means 6 into 250, that is 1500 centimeters. Then here about 8 rounds means 2000 centimeters. Now this one we have to plot in a distance time graph. So to draw a distance time graph, so I can use it like this. Just you can write this on the graph paper itself, no problem. That is also correct. Or but if you can take a small paper or something and write, that's also correct. Okay. So here distance is here, time is here. So here the maximum distance is 2000 centimeters, 1500. So I'll write 2000 here, in 1500, 1000, in 500. Yeah, 500 centimeters, 1000, 1500, 2000 in centimeters. Then the time is in seconds. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 second, 2 second, 3 and 4. So 500 centimeters in 1 second. 500 centimeters in 1 second. Plot that point. Then you have 1000 centimeters in 2 seconds. You have 1000 centimeters in 2 seconds. Plot that point. Then 1500 centimeters in 3 seconds. 1500 in 3 seconds. Plot that point. 2000 in 4 seconds. 2000 in 4 seconds. Plot that point. Then join this line. Then you have 0 in 0. So 0 in 0 means this is the one. Join this line. So this line should be something like this, right? So it's not a perfect straight line, I think. It's not a perfect straight line. Here it should be a bit curve, as I think, because I think this should be a bit curve. So I think that's the answer. So if you join this, this should be the graph like this. Distance time graph. B, you have to calculate the speed of the tire in meters per second within the speed test. Calculate the speed of the tire in meters per second, they say. Yeah, so you can find the speed, right? So speed can be found by how? By this graph. See, y-axis you have distance, x-axis time. Now, what is the gradient of distance and time? Distance and time. The gradient is m. That means y over x. That is distance over time. So what is distance over time? Speed. That means speed is the gradient. Speed is the gradient here. So you can find the gradient of two such points. Just take 2 points and take the gradient of these 2 points, subtract the values of y and divide by subtract the values of x of this and get the value for the speed. So let's see this one. Let's take these 2 points here. So the speed here, I'll write speed equals the gradient of the graph, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'll take this one first. So here y2 is 1500 minus y1 is this one, that is 1000 over x2. So here x2 is 3 minus x1 is 1. Right? So the answer should be speed equals, right? So 1500 minus 1000 is 500 divided by 2 centimeters per second. Why? Here we wrote the distance in terms of centimeters. Here seconds. Then the answer should be 250 centimeters per second. The speed should be 250 centimeters per second. But they say to write it in meters per second. So how do you convert the centimeters into meters? You have to divide it by 100. Right? You are divided by 100. So once divided by 100, it becomes what? 2.5 meters per second is in meters per second. So here 250 centimeters per second we got. So 250 centimeters per second we can't write it because they have asked to write in meters per second. Then to what convert centimeters into meters means we are divided by 100. So therefore, the answer should be 2.5 meters per second is the speed. Is there a question? Sir, not visible marker ink. Yes, yes, I know. Yeah, I'll try to change the marker because every mark of mine has been finished. Yeah, so just currently bear with this. I think this is a bit visible. This is okay. Into this one. This is also a bit okay. Right. So that is rates questions. So in rates also now the time is 3:02. There are two more rates questions. The thing is to discuss all of these is difficult by today. Okay, we'll do question number 10. And then the rest of the questions I'll give it to do it by next week, right? So I'll discuss the remaining questions next week, right? So for now, we'll discuss question number 10 of rates. Okay, because we have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one remaining one, 5. So 5 questions. So that will be discussed next week. Okay, let's start from question number 10. So this will be the last rate question for today. Rates, they say this a distance time graph of the motion of the two buses A and B which travel from Kurnagar to Anuradhapura on the same route is given below. So they are given the distance time. They have said two buses from Kurnagar to Anuradhapura on the same route. Right. Okay. Roman number 1. They say after how much time did bus B depart from the departure time of bus A? After how much time did the bus B depart from the departure time of bus A? So you can see, so this line here is the departure time of bus A. This is bus A, right? This is bus A. This is bus A. So bus A started from 0 minutes. It started from 0 minutes. But bus B started from 10 minutes. You can see the bus B started from 10 minutes. Bus A started from 0 minutes, but bus B started from 10 minutes. Then what is the gap between those two? 10 and 0? 10. Therefore, after how much time did the bus B depart from the departure time of bus A means what this 10 minutes minus 0. So the answer should be 10 minutes minus 0 minutes, which is 10 minutes. So number 1, 10 minutes minus 0 minutes. That is 10 minutes is the answer. So but the answer should be after 10 minutes. After 10 minutes of the departure. Roman number 2. It says, after how many minutes did the bus B overtake the bus A from the departure time of bus A? Now see, where does both of these overtake? These both will be somewhere here, right? Yes. So this is the point where bus A and bus B meets. So yes, what is the minute at that time? It is 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Answer is 30 minutes. Right? Third one. Find the speed of bus A in kilometers per hour. Find the speed of the bus A in kilometers per hour. So how to find the speed is very easy. They have given us a distant time graph. Remember this point. when they give a distant time graph and they ask for speed, the speed is equal to the gradient of the graph. So I said that in the but I said this in the theory class also, and also I said this just before in this question. Speed is equal to the gradient of the distant time graph. You can find speed dt graph. So the gradient of the dt graph is equal to the speed, right? So if they ask for what to calculate the speed of a distant time graph means find the gradient. So how to find the gradient? Take 2 points and write y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What is y2 minus 1? Right. Let's take 2 points here. So they ask for one a, right? So we'll take this point. I'll take this point and this point. Somewhere like this point, right? This point. So here y2 is 100 and this y1 is 20. So 100 minus 20 over x2 minus x1. So here x2 is somewhere 150. This x2 is 30. 150 minus 30. So 100 minus 20 is 80. 150 minus 30 is 120. So I can cancel this. That is 2 over 3. 2 over 3 meters per second. Is it? No, is sorry, kilometers per minutes. This is in what? Kilometers per minutes. Kilometers per minutes. But they ask us to convert it into kilometers per hour, right? Then we have to do like this. Then a small difference here. Is then there's small change to be done. What is it? We first found the two y values, that is 100 and 100 minus 20. That is correct. 100 minus 20. That is kilometers. But in the time they have given us in minutes. Then first of all we have to convert this 150 minutes into what? Hours. So 150 minutes into hours means how much? 150 minutes into hours. How do you convert it? You are divided by 60 because 60 minutes is 1 hour. So when you divide 60 by 15, you get answer as 5 over 2, which is 2.5 hours. Then 2.5 hours minus the next x value is this. So here x value is 30. So 30 minutes means how many hours? You divide this by 60 minutes. So you can get in hours. So 30 over 60 means 0.5 hours. So you subtract 2.5 minus 0.5. So you can get the answer in kilometers per hour. So 100 minus 20 is 80. Divided by 2.5 minus 0.5 is 2, which is 40 kilometers per hour. Remember to convert this because always many children, they never convert these units. They just write the answer and get the answer wrong. Please see the units, read this unit and highlight this unit. Kilometers per hour they are asking. Here is the third part. Then the next one. Due to the mechanical error, the bus B had to stop on the way. How much distance has the B traveled by that time? Due to mechanical error, the bus B had to stop on the way. Okay, so due to mechanical error means somewhere here, right? Somewhere here, the B had to stop. How much distance has the bus B traveled by that time? Yes, the distance is what? 40 kilometers. 40 kilometers. Problem number 4, 40 kilometers. Question number 5. They say after 1 hour, the bus B recovered its mechanical error and started the journey again after 1 hour. Right. So after 1 hour means, right. Then if the two buses A and B arrive at Nuladpur at the same moment, find out the uniform speed of the bus B which should travel after recovering the mechanical error. Find out the uniform speed of the bus B which should travel after recovering the mechanical error. Right, okay. Now here, the last part, you have to think something like this. It is a bit tricky. Right, now see. This one. This is like after 1 hour, the bus B recovered its mechanical. Now think. Now, when both bus A and bus B started the journey. Okay, so both bus A and bus B started the journey. So by time now bus B is traveling here, it's traveling, and at this point bus B starts to brake. Right, at this point bus B starts to brake. So at this point bus B starts to brake. Now at this point the time of bus B will be 50 minutes. And at that time the bus B had already traveled 40 kilometers. So when bus B had traveled for 40 kilometers, for 40 kilometers, why it started to break. It started to break. Then it stayed in that braking condition for 1 hour. Now the time is 50 minutes. From 50 minutes, he stayed another 1 hour, means he stayed for 60 minutes, right? So here 50 minutes, he has already started to broker in 50 minutes, but he stayed for another 1 hour, means he had stayed in the same place, means he hasn't gone forward. Then the distance moved will not change. Right now, the time is 110 minutes. Why is it? Because at first he started to break down 50 minutes, then he stayed another 60 minutes. Now the time is 110 minutes. Okay. Now they say, but after this time, now after he stayed for all of this time, he now started to move towards the destination, and he reached. Now see, then if the two buses A and B, but they came to Anuradhapura at the same moment. Highlight this word, same moment. Same moment means what? Both came in the same time. That means he started from here, now what? B started from here. Same moment means he speeded up so much fast and he came at the same time. Both B and A came to the destination. This is what they say. Right? You have to think this. Find out the speed of the bus B, which should travel after recovering the mechanical error. That means to find the speed of bus B, we have to find the gradient of this part of B. We have to find the gradient of this part of B, this line of B. Why? Because like all these times he was there in the mechanical error, but from here only B started to go towards A. Then you have to find the gradient of this line to find the uniform speed of B after the mechanical error. Now, how do you find the gradient of this one? Find the delta y. That means find the difference of these 2 points. So here it is 100, here it is 40. Let's do that. I'll write that somewhere here. Question number 5, right? So the uniform speed equals, I said you, gradient of the dt graph. So gradient means y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So here what is y2? So here y2 is 100. Here y1 is 40. So 100 minus 40 over, this should be x2. So here x2 is 150 minutes. So 150 minutes means we saw it. How much is it? So hours, it's how much? 2.5 hours. So minus 110 minutes. 110 minutes means 110 minutes in hours. 110 minutes in hours. You have divided by 60. Then you can get the answer as what? 11 over 6 hours. So 150 minutes means 150 minutes. You divide that also by 60. You get the answer 15 over 6 hours. Then you can subtract both of these. 15 over 6 minus 11 over 6. So the gradient here, I'll write it somewhere here like this. 100 minus 40 is 60 kilometers over. 15 over 6 minus 11 over 6 means 4 over 6 hours. Now see what happens. 60 divided by 4 over 6. 60 divided by 4 over 6. When you get this division mark, you have to convert this into multiplication and make this reciprocal. Then what happens? 60 into this 6 comes up, 4 comes down. Then what happens? 4 times 1, 4 times 15 cancels. Then 15 times 6, it's 90 kilometers per hour. The uniform speed of B after the mechanical error should be 90 kilometers per hour. Now, what did I do here? Now, sometimes this part you could not understood. Now, I took this what x2 and x1 value. So here x2 value is 150. So I converted this 150 minutes into hours and wrote. So I converted 150 minutes into hours and kept it as a fraction, 15 over 6. There is a reason for that. Then I took the second x2 value, that is, what is it? It's 110 minutes. So 110 minutes into 110 minutes to hours means I divide by 60, I got the answer as 11 over 6. Now see, both I have the denominator 6. Now what can you do? When you subtract, you can have the same denominator. So you subtract the numerators and get the answer. So once you subtract the numerators, 15 minus 11 means 4 over 6. That's how I got it here. Right? 60 divided by 4 over 6. So 60 divided by 4 over 6. This one division will convert into multiplication and do the reciprocal. 60 times 6 over 4. You can cancel these both. The answer will be in kilometers per hour. How much is it? 90 kilometers per hour. So that is the answer for Roman number 5 of question number 10 of rates. So I hope that you understood this one clearly, right? Since the time is up, we'll do the rest of the questions next week, right? So before that, if you have any questions, you can ask now, and we'll do the rest of the questions next week. So I think better if you can do the other questions at home. Okay, so it will be easy for us to discuss. Okay, then let's meet next week again, right?